Hi, hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Catalina Davila. I'm enrolled in the Intercultural Communication class with Professor McCracken at Grand Canyon University. I'm going to discuss the Nasarima culture. The Nasarima culture is a tribe that is primarily North American, and this tribe believed that their bodies were unholy and ugly and uncleansed, diseased, and they would use rituals that affected their mouth. I guess they believed that their mouth had a relation to their character, their moral fiber. And what they would do was poke holes through their cheeks and in their teeth and in their jaws, constantly brushing the inside of their mouth on a daily basis, I guess to cleanse away any Holy Spirits or anything they thought was creating evilness or anything bad within their character. They were witnessed by anthropologist Horace Minor in 1956, and he wrote a paper called The Body Rituals Among the Nasarima. Nasarima people would practice these daily rituals, and it was important to them because, again, they felt that doing daily rituals would cleanse their bodies and, I guess, make them feel holy or better. Some of the words that have struck me by reading the paper was that they use words like barbaric and magical and revolting, and that they were even supernatural. Those are some pretty strong words in describing these rituals that they witness. And yeah, it can be a little intimidating when you're, as an outsider, or you're observing, you're looking in to this family, these peoples who are constantly cleaning the inside of their mouth. Strange as it may be, we still have to respect other people's customs, right? Doesn't mean we have to do it. They're not going to impose those rituals on us, right? It's just we have to be a little open-minded. But yeah, I would agree if I were to see that or witness that firsthand. I would agree with the anthropologist that yes, they were barbaric. It is barbaric to see those sticks being poked into someone's mouth. So the Nasarima culture is an endangered people, but they've lived around, they're still around long enough, even though they do perform these rituals, they have survived this long. What I'd like to talk about, though, what I chose is my tradition. I'm Mexican American, firstborn, and I'd like to talk about the piñata. The piñata being part of a tradition and celebration of birthdays. And piñata has a long, convoluted history, I guess. Their origin was in China, and then through the travels through Marco Polo came to Europe, from Italy to Spain, and then the Spanish missionaries came back to the Americas and introduced more of a clay pot, I guess. They used it when they were teaching their catechism or conversion about sins. They symbolize the 7-point piñata, the one with the star that looks like a star, as the deadly sins. And so by hitting it with the stick, you were whacking away the temptation of these sins, I guess. So they were being taught religious doctrine as well as enjoying themselves by hitting the piñata. Piñatas are fun. I can't remember not having a birthday or being invited to someone's birthday without having a piñata. They are made of paper mache. They are filled with candies and fruit and money, and they line up the kids and they blindfold them, depending on the age and the size of the kids, though. Sometimes we'd spin them around and then they take a chance of whacking them. And it's just very entertaining. And it isn't until usually an adult or an older child that's strong enough to hit the piñata, it falls apart, cracks open, and all the goodies come out. We have enjoyed ourselves immensely. What this has done for families and friends at gathering. We actually have two piñatas. We have one for the kids and one for adults. And it is fun to see grown-ups, grown adult people spinning around with the blindfold on, trying to hit a piñata. Usually they're used at birthdays. They can use for any type of celebration. I've seen them at bachelorette parties, bridal parties, and mainly the posadas, which is in our tradition for Mexicans during the Christmas holidays between the December 16th and the 24th. A posada, translated into English, means an inn, right? So what you do is you take turns going to someone's house within those days, and you celebrate what's going to be the birth of Christ. And that's when you have the tamales and the hot chocolate and the sweet Mexican bread, and you hit the piñata. So it's in our culture, it's a mainstay. What I've seen about and what I appreciate about the piñata, I mean, yeah, we're assimilated now, but I've noticed that there's a lot of other nationalities that incorporate the piñata into their birthday parties, and it's fun to see that. I think that culturally and what it's done, the benefit is that the piñata has managed to seep its way into other families, regardless of what race or nationality you are. And it symbolizes our tradition as well as a family tradition, one that is very entertaining, and it brings family and friends together. And I think the piñata is here to stay. So that's the one thing that I chose as our tradition, and it's just as well as just the celebrations, because the celebrations, we have mariachi music and we have the Mexican food that's traditional for celebrations. There's so many things that, because we're so close to Mexico, is considered almost, it's American now, right? So yeah, in doing my research, I used our textbook as well as the Effective Intercultural Communication by Moreau, Campbell, and Greener. I also did some research and used Heather Whipp's Life Science article from October 2022. And that's where I got the information regarding the Spanish missionaries who used the piñata as religious conversion. And the traditional piñata, which is usually a 7-star one made out of paper mache. The missionaries use that to be able to explain sin. Sin is bad. Whacking it with the stick makes it better. The temptation, you're whacking away the temptation, I guess. So I use that resource for that. The fun part is that, the piñata brings so much joy, not just to the children, but I've seen, grandparents and, like I said, adults of all ages really enjoy. It's fun. It's what everybody looks forward, and it does bring us together. I think that in closure, in believing in intercultural communication, you have to have an open mind and a genuine desire to want to respect other people and get to know other people by understanding and approaching a Christian worldview, by being respectful and getting to know other people, would allow us to do that and appreciate different cultures. So I appreciate the time you guys took to watch my video. I know this was hard and kind of embarrassing. It kind of took me back to my first days of speaking in public, but I hope you guys have a good time, and I'll see you soon. Bye.